Welcome back, welcome back. You already know what it is. GMB, we up. Wolf God in the building, all that good stuff. So, today, just want to do all the sound of horns. Don't even really want to do this video. I mean, I do, but wording it the right way, maybe it's not the right time. Because usually when I make my videos, it's only thing I can describe it is like what the men of the Lord say, you know? They're regular, and then the Spirit of the Lord comes over them, and then, you know, they're going to say what they got to say. They're going to just let it out. And right now, I don't really have that, because this wasn't inspired by self-reflection or reading the Bible or anything. It's inspired by someone else speaking on it. And it made me realize that, yeah, I should be speaking on things like that because, one, I have experience, but it's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain how to conquer the lust that all men and women have. Especially when you feel like you don't conquer it, you more of, you learn to control it, you know? It's just like everything else. You got to get used to it. Most important thing, you have to understand the dangers of it. I think that's what really gives me the motivation to turn certain situations down, you know? Because I remember long ago when I first came into this knowledge and actually being able to reflect on myself, it was like a weird time because I was just getting out of long relationships. So not being free and just being able to do whatever you want from the beginning of your life like most people do, like, you know, most people don't want to be in love when they're young. Most men are not trying to make their first girlfriend their first, you know. So those things gave me patience. Those things gave me a process of thinking that later on helped because, you know, you should hold yourself accountable. You should see yourself as something. You know, they say women start out with all their value, but men start out with their value too. Man being a virgin is a valuable thing, you know? So the more a man gives it away, although you gain experience to please your woman, you lower your value in your choices. And the more you're not actually looking for a wife, you know, because you're having a girlfriend and doing it, you're not just running the streets, it changes you inside to understand the importance of it, not just a pleasure. And then, I guess, being free finally, but also beginning my journey, that's what I guess kept me under wraps a little bit. But I still went free and started to have my fun, you know? But it was like each time I felt weird. Sometimes I felt good, you know? Like it wasn't really nothing. But a lot of times it always makes me question myself and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, you know? And what does it take to get it done? And I realize I spend so much energy, so much time thinking, planning, plotting, getting ready, and all this other shit men do just to get women. It's not easy. It's like a fucking job, and you gotta know how to get it, you know? It's the very tricky thing about being a man or a woman. We want people with experience in some way, you know what I mean? But not with everything. I hear people say this experience shit like, women want a man with experience and men want to, you don't want somebody. But I don't really truly believe that, because when you actually see, when you want to be with somebody, you have your fantasies, you have your whatever. So when you actually want to do this with one person, and if you both don't have experience, you're going to gain experience off each other. Period. It's just most people, you know, are not experiencing those experiences with their boyfriends or their girlfriends. If everybody hasn't realized a common theme of majority of people have their best sexual experiences either cheating or when they're solo. And it's because you're looking for just sex. You're wanting to know what that feeling is like. And the thing is, the woman or man you be with can do the same shit if you spend time and actually practice with them. See, when I experience that, that's what makes having sex with random women fucking stupid. Because I'm not going to get what I want. So it's easy to turn them down. Because most men just want to finish. They want to get it in. They want to be able to add another notch under the belt, or, maybe it's not an ego thing. They want to have sex, But for me, having so many years of actually being with somebody and not just wanting to have sex with them and actually loving them, like the Bible and science says, people can get used to anything. So I got used to actually wanting someone to fucking love me back, Like when you are used to something like that, when you go and do it with other people, you don't feel what you felt because they don't love you. So you're like, yo, this shit feel good, but that feeling ain't there. It's because you don't even know that person. Sound the horns. Casual sex would be better if people actually got to know each other, People do these things, but they actually don't even get to know the person. They don't even give a fuck. And that's what ruins it, and then it's a waste of experience. You're just catching a body, and you're not going to gain anything from it but a nut. What the fuck? You could do that on your own. Like, literally, you could do that on your own. Oh, damn, little man going nuts. Hey, Oh, little baby. So, for me, I would definitely say putting drinking down and being around certain people, listening to certain music, because music has a very big influence on your vibration, So if you're always listening to pumped up, sexed up music and just gotta hit it to quit it, well, that's what you're gonna be focused on. When you actually like listen to love songs and stuff, the real shit, not this new have sex love songs and that's it. Like when you really, really go and find songs where men wrote about women actually being in love with them, right? When you listen to that shit and then you start realizing, wait up, a man's supposed to feel like this? What do you get from it? And then you hear the songs and you start realizing, oh, that's what I'm missing. That's why I don't trust none of these women. That's why I won't stay with none of them. Because they don't have that. They don't even know what it is. Because they haven't experienced it. So, for me, being a lover for years and years, and then going out to be free was a big change because you're fighting yourself morally. One, because you're like, yo, I know this is not good, but I don't want to be with nobody. I keep getting the same results. So obviously, I'm doing this. I got to get my shit together. You know, you only keep meeting the same people because you keep doing the same shit. So you're just going to find the same person and a new person because that's what you're looking for. Subconsciously. You don't even realize it sometimes till you get it, you know? And so many days where when you get out there and you start doing this and you're like, oh, like for me, it was like a weird experience because, you know, being with people majority of my young life, you know, don't give you that ego boost like most other men. Like, oh, I look good. I got mad bitches already, and I done did this. So when you get back out there, you're fresh to the game. You know, I was like fresh to the game of like not being with a woman and trying to pursue them and all these other things and being totally honest about it. And so it was like big shock. You know, it was like, oh shit, I could really do this. It wasn't just her. I really do. The things I do, this shit work. I ain't even really work. Oh, good thing I was a actual boyfriend. Those things actually matter. Oh shit, good thing I learned. Right? So when you do that, and then you don't want to be with nobody though, you're unlocking that gateway little by little of being promiscuous. And if you don't learn how to close that gate by realizing how much you're gonna lose just by doing this, you know, fuck the money, you know, that is a big part of it. But your time, your aggravation, the fucking, all the time, like I said in the beginning, men spend so many hours and days trying to get one woman or whatever, and you could have been better in your life. You could have been doing anything to get a wife, you know, so you don't have to worry about chasing multiple women. So that's the good thing about having a girlfriend, that you actually explore and teach, and she teaches you. There's no need for other women. You know, they don't know you. They're not going to do what you want or what you like. It's going to feel good, but it ain't what you want. It's what some other dude taught you. You know what I mean? So I guess all I can really say is love, really. Loving myself and knowing what it actually feels like to be in love with somebody and do these things. That'll make you not want to do it because, like I said, once you experience it a couple times, you're like, oh shit, these women can't give me this feeling. They look better than my ex. They treat me better than her. What the fuck is going on? I don't understand. Why don't I just feel this? Because you ain't in love with them. You don't like them. You're hurt. You don't want to be in love, so it don't matter. You get it? So that was a very eye-opening lesson that I had to learn the hard way. But, you know, I guess we all learn these things so we can show other people that may not have to go through it. You know, you could just cut the fucking fat and take the meat and say, you know what? I'm one of those guys, and I know I'm a lover. I'm not really a fucking I want to be out here playing around. No, it's something in me that makes me want to be with a woman. You know, something makes me want to do this beyond just the normal, you know? And things like that should give you the courage to, you know, not want to engage so much with other women, because you start realizing, like, what am I going to give my wife? Same thing like a woman. You're letting all these men use and abuse you and all that. Well, what are you going to give your husband, you know? What are you going to be able to give him if you're all, you know? Because each time it hurts you spiritually or physically in some way, even if you don't know. You'll find out later on. You know what I mean? And you don't want to find these things out when you're with somebody you want to be with. That's why you have to take that time alone and stop having sex. Because then you start actually learning yourself and what is it important to you, you know? And a lot of people ain't going to be able to do that. It's hard, you know? And then when you're by yourself, you know, masturbation, porn, all that shit, so much sex is everywhere that's why so many men have trouble, because we don't realize how many things subliminally make us want to have sex. The fucking Lion King got caught having sex in the clouds, for crying out loud, bro. Like, if they're doing it in cartoons, when you watch a music video, how many things are they doing that are going to trigger you? When you're watching a movie, when you're So that's why when my Lord said, leave the fucking world behind, I stopped watching everything. Only things that I knew. That's why I teach Dragon Ball Z and all this other weird shit, because they're not sexed up fucking things. They're things that only have to deal with honor, respect, and fucking family and shit. I can't teach from other movies, you know? I teach with the Bible. Well, King Solomon and all them niggas failed, you know what I mean? Goku didn't, nigga, he ain't cheat on his wife. At least that's not what I know of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of movies and shit I ain't never seen. There's some things that's new now, so, you know, they might have tarnished his fucking legacy. You know what I mean? Even Vegeta never cheated. Vegeta picked his wife, you know what I mean? And said, listen, that's my baby, you know what I mean? Vegeta's just fighting gods over his wife. What you know about that, nigga? You know you only Super Saiyan. You ain't even hit level 4 yet. A god comes down, god of destruction. And, you know, Goku's stronger than you, you know? Sound the horns. And then he makes Goku look like a bitch. Hits him one time, drops him. Or whatever, knocked him out of Super Saiyan or some shit. I forgot exactly what happened, but all I remember is everybody scared to death, even Vegeta, because Vegeta knew who he was. Nobody else knew that he was the god of destruction. That there no way, this ain't no regular space dude. This is an angel god guy. You don't. This is most high shit, nigga. Dragon Balls ain't gonna save you now, nigga. All that, me and my boys, nah, nigga. This is raw power. So, you know, when you're faced with that reality of you're Vegeta, the badass that fucking fights people that you know are gonna destroy you, and he, you know, this guy will obliterate him though. So Vegeta was scared to death. Everybody else is like, who the fuck is this? Vegeta's scared, shook, right? His wife walks up to the god of destruction and slaps him in the face, because she doesn't know, and it was her birthday party, and he came and ruined it and shit, you know what I mean? And she wasn't trying to hear that, so she slapped the shit out of him. And then, like, the demi or god that he is, he wasn't hearing that, so he slapped her back and knocked her out. He could have broke her head or slapped her head completely off and exploded it because of his awesome power, but you know, when you're a god, you gotta hold the punches, you know? So he held back the punches. He gave her the old 1-2 and then dropped her out cold, and Vegeta immediately snaps. Goes Super Saiyan fucking blue or whatever, his highest level, and goes straight at him, punches this guy in the face, rocks him, and just starts meleeing this guy with everything he's got. He just starts going crazy on this guy. Is it doing anything? Absolutely not. Does he know it's not going to do anything? Absolutely he does know those punches are fucking feathers upon an iron slab of steel. And it ain't nothing. He don't even feel them pebbles. And then he smacked the shit out of him and knocked him out. And then spared everybody. Because he said, I like that guy. I like him. He got balls. This guy's a fucking... Either he's crazy or he's stupid. Either way, I like him. He got balls. You know? Meaning of that is, a woman can give you the power and strength. Do you understand that Vegeta is like not stronger than Goku? Right? And at this time, Goku could hit like level 3, and Vegeta can't even get to level 3. He only can get to level 2, right? So he's a whole nother fucking level above this dude. And when Goku couldn't even get a fucking punch on this guy, and then he got punched in the back of the head and dropped out of his form, Vegeta couldn't even fucking get that high, but his rage and Saiyan spirit and the love of his woman being touched gave him enough strength to rock this nigga, where Goku couldn't even do and he couldn't even touch him. Get it? So his speed went up, his strength went up, everything went up, just enough where he could touch this nigga. He knew he wasn't gonna do much, but he said, nah, dog, I gotta touch you. What you talking about? I don't care, you God destruction, nigga. Who the fuck you do? Who you think? You ain't God. Nigga, I'm putting paws on you. And I say, yeah, that's why Vegeta's my favorite. I said, I always used to love Goku the most. But then when I, started looking at the actual Vegeta story, how much it relates to my people's problems, I started to understand why he even became a good guy. Because he always was a good guy. He got trained as a fucking slave to be a bad guy. And the thing that he didn't realize is he had a choice, so he made it. So, if a fucking true villain can, fall in love and, conquer his evil. Oh, love conquers all evil. Oh, I forgot. That's what the fucking Bible says. You get it? This is why I talk to the women and try to tell women, you have so much power, you can't even fathom. This is why bad boys get the girls and shit. Because a bad boy can become a fucking king if he only finds the right woman to change him, or he wants to change, That's the stuff that I be talking about with the Bible. So many women in the Bible that made things poppin' or gave men the inspiration to become the thing they were. They were the battery. The man couldn't do it by himself. When man has a woman that actually cares, he can break through a mountain. He can go further than he ever did. And I don't particularly understand it completely, but I know the power of it because of being a type of person like that. It's weird, It's like you love somebody else more than you love yourself because, you're willing to do all this extra shit. But it's really not that you love them more than you. You're humble enough to say, I've gone as far as I can, and if I don't go any further, so fucking what? You know what I mean? I'm doing right. I'm not starving. I'm not dying, so whatever, the laziness or, I don't know what it is, but does it even matter if someone can step into your life and then give you that motivation to make you want to do things you wasn't normally going to do? It's the same thing with men. Men have that same power over women. When people actually start using that power again and realize, like, yo, I really, with the power of my love and the power of the Lord actually, guiding me to the right person, then it shouldn't be a cakewalk, because life is meant to be a little hard, Things ain't always going to be perfect, but it should be a lot easier than what most people think, But that's where these discipline has to come in, The more you discipline yourself as a man, the more when the time comes, and this person, it could be a friend or a woman friend, when you meet this person that just wants to help and inspires you and just gives you that I should try to do more or whatever it is, there's a lot of different reasons and ways, but when you get it, it's just something else. It's so magical. That's why they always say behind every great man's a great woman. And that's why they say you got to put the battery in your back. Oh, yeah. I wonder why they say the woman, the backbone of the man and the woman. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. If I want to go Super Power Ranger, man, I want to be like Solomon and all of them niggas. Well, you got to do what they did. They all had a wife. I mean, they went so far, and then certain men, they get wives, and then their wife just, I don't know, the Lord is over them in such a way where it's literally like yin and yang. Sound the horns. Everything that man can't think of, she will. Everything that woman can't do, he will. And that's it. And from those acts will grow love. That's what will grow the love, you know? And then the whole working for the Lord thing, like when you're on a mission and you find someone who's actually on the same mission issue, that alone is going to build love because, you know, that's the type of shit that make you want to just give up all bad things. Like, yo, I ain't never doing nothing. I ain't alone no more. Nah, fuck that. I don't need to. I'm going to put these bad habits down, man. I'm not by myself, and I got more to fight for, you know? Because I do believe the Lord when he says nobody's perfect. And I do believe the Lord when he says we're supposed to fellowship and help each other with our sins. You know what I mean? I actually proved that by actually doing it with one of my first disciples. And as I was helping him through his drinking problem and his weight loss, he was helping me with my studying and the things that I didn't want. Like I said, when you got somebody to fucking help you, and you be like, yo, could you do this for me while I'm doing this? You see me helping you with your weight loss, and I'm looking this up and all that, right? You got to get right with the Bible. So while I'm helping you, you going to go look up this stuff that I want to learn about, but I ain't got time to learn about that because I got to help you. So while I'm learning this shit, you need to learn the Bible anyway. So you're going to go learn the Bible parts that I didn't learn, but I know about, and you're going to see what you learned, you're going to tell me, and then we get it. And then boom, within a couple years, me and this dude we was on, bro. Like I was on, bro. I was really on my shit. And I was still injured. That's the crazy part. But I'm glad I started because when I got free of all that, I was so ready. But I still had my flaws, you know? And that's why you just gotta be strong. So I'm going to end it right here because that's a long time to be talking about this. And I hope you understand that all these things go into the sexual nature because, you know, if you haven't got it, it's the world we live in. So the more you try to hold in your sexual power, you can use it for other things. For one, that's sexual alchemy. Sexual alchemy is not with two people all the time. You perform sexual alchemy yourself on yourself. You should. You know, when you're wanting to do, when you want to beat, when you want to go run to this chick and have sex, go do something constructive. Go do something else. You have that energy. See, this is why I say we waste time and energy. The same amount of energy you get to want to go do things with a girl or for a girl, if you did that towards the things you actually need to do, your life would be better. Because when you want to go hit the books, when you want to go create something, you don't have that energy. You're like, when you know you're about to get some cheeks or you know you're about to talk to this girl, you put all that effort in. What should I wear? What should I do? You're excited to do that shit. Get excited about that and then go do the thing that you fucking want to do. Don't go chill with her. Don't go beat your meat. Nigga, go do something constructive with that energy. That's sexual alchemy. Drawing the power of your sexual power and then say, I'm going to use this on something else for myself. You'll be amazed about how much shit you get done, you know? So, that being said, all love, all praise to the Most High.